With episode 5 of the show just being released and it taking a deeper look inside of all of the main characters' minds as we saw all of their troubles and fears coming to the forefront as AFC Richmond was sliding down the table, the next episode is most certainly going to be an interesting one, and an important one too. With it looking as though the team are going to be going off to Amsterdam, the team on tour could make for an interesting episode. So with that, I thought I'd take a look at all that was out there along with giving my theories and predictions on what I think could happen next. So let's get into it. Here is Ted Lasso Season 3 Episode 6 Theories Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. With the synopsis for the next episode being a friendly match takes the team to Amsterdam where one night out unlocks truths for many, I feel this is going to open the door for many of the secrets that we've seen throughout Season 3. I feel one of the main ones that we're going to have being addressed is going to be the revelation that Colin is in fact gay. That's most probably one of the largest secrets in the entirety of the show. It'll be really interesting to see how this happens and what the response from everybody around him will be. There have been a few theories floating around about Trent potentially being gay, which is something that hasn't been confirmed. But a small hint or even an Easter egg could be the fact that he was holding a rainbow mug in the most recent episode, so I do feel as though Trent will most likely be somebody who can be there to comfort Colin if he does come out and needs some moral support. I imagine Trent will most likely be joining them in Amsterdam due to the fact that he's writing the book on them. In terms of other truths that could be coming out, we could see the truth revealed to Roy about what Keeley did with Jack Danvers in her office. Obviously, Roy and Keeley are not together, so Keeley can do whatever she wants to and not need to worry about how Roy will react. But I imagine there will most likely be a sense of hurt that Roy will be feeling in knowing that Keeley was with somebody else. Judging by how Roy acted during Ted's speech that he gave, where Ted mentioned about being hurt by somebody or hurting somebody else, I feel this could be the episode where we're going to see Roy speak with Keeley again and him letting her know how he truly feels about her, which I think will be his way of saying that he wants to be with her. I imagine this will be the reason as to why she'll let Roy know what happened with Jack on the night in her office, because she may feel a sense of guilt, something which I imagine will cause some tension between the pair. With her spending an evening with Jack Danvers, mourning her relationship with Roy, but also questioning how she feels about Jamie, I do wonder what is in store for Keeley moving forward. Ted. At the end of episode 5, we saw that Ted almost had a new outlook on life. We saw that he had a panic attack episode looking as though it was going to be occurring, but he managed to get rid of it by saying to himself that everything was going to be okay. From there, he proceeded to give a speech about having self-belief and belief in others in order to bring out the best in you, something which he was expressing outwards towards the team, but also something that felt extremely relevant to his personal life. I feel we're going to see Ted growing as a person within the next episode, and with a break from managing in the Premier League, it will most likely take the pressure off of his shoulders for a week when it comes to the 8-week losing streak that the team is on. However, I do feel as though the idea of sacking him could still be on the table if they do perform badly when they go back to playing league games. I think we could end up seeing Ted being on the verge of getting sacked or walking away if the bad run does continue, because I believe the thought of being away from his son will end up getting the better of him. And if the team does start to perform badly, and there's genuinely nothing he can do about it, then there's a reason for him to leave to be with his son. But I think the next episode will consist of him mainly focusing on the team and building the relationship that the team have, rather than looking inwards at his own personal problems. Rebecca. Rebecca had a really in-depth focus in episode 5 of the show, and I feel this will be something that continues to get developed in the next one. Rebecca is alone. Despite the fact that she's surrounded by an entire football club, the one-on-one connection that she craves with somebody that she can share a life with is something that she doesn't have. Yet everybody around her has something. Rupert with Bex and their child, and Keeley and her intimate exchange with Jack Danvers, even her feelings for Roy. So Rebecca is feeling the absence of having somebody important in her life, and even somebody that she can care for like a child. With all of the signs being proven or disproven, such as the green matchbook, shite in Nining armor, and the looking into potentially being a mother, there's still one more to come, which is being upside down and drenched in rain. So I wonder if this is something that could happen in the next episode. She may have too much to drink on a night out due to feeling a bit low, and ultimately end up in a situation where she's upside down and drenched in the rain. I think there's still a possibility of her being able to have a child and the psychic's prediction coming true. After all, the matchbook and the shite in Nining armor has happened, so I feel she could either adopt a child or find herself falling for somebody who already has a kid, which would ultimately make her a stepmother. I believe all of the psychic's visions will become correct, so it's just a matter of waiting for them. Nate. With the episode looking as though it's going to be set in Amsterdam, I don't think Nate will have that large of an involvement in episode 6 due to the geographical differences. However, there may be the odd cut that happens where we could see what's going on with him at West Ham. If that does happen, then I feel as though we're going to see him starting to clash with Rupert. We've had a couple of occasions in the most recent episodes where we've seen that he definitely has a difference in opinions and is starting to share different mindsets to the person that Rupert is trying to mold him into, such as when he wanted to apologize to Ted, when he went after him, and also when he was speaking highly of a restaurant that Anastasia didn't like and he refused to leave, instead enjoying his meal with Jade. He's slowly going back to the person that he was, and it's extremely important to the story, because I do believe that we'll see him step in and take the job at AFC Richmond if Ted gets sacked, or if he leaves to go back to the States, which will then in turn allow the pair to make up properly. But for the next episode, I don't think there will be that much involvement from Nate. There are many different directions that the next episode of the show could potentially go in, but with them being abroad and playing a friendly game, I feel we're going to see an episode that's quite focused on the team and the mindset of finding some of that self-belief again. The belief that I feel will help them climb back up the table, and also the belief that Jamie is putting upon himself by doing all of the extra training sessions with Roy. So I imagine we will see Jamie improving more and more as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next episode is going to bring. So, there you have it. Ted Lasso Season 3 Episode 6 Theories Explained. If you want to see more videos such as Endings Explained, Theories and Predictions, and Character Breakdowns, then click on the I button. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think is going to happen next? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.